Of the show for today. The topic is health and the real estate market in the state of Tennessee. And of course, the attorney Reddick has already given us some information relative to the real estate market in the state of Tennessee. And now let us see if we can say something about health and perhaps later on some additional information in reference to some of the things that you're doing, Attorney Reddick.
Okay, sure. Well, you know, there's this health care bill. It's will be debated intensely, and the state of the health care policy right now, it's just we are in desperate need of health care reform.
Good.
I mean, there's absolutely no question about it. And when I look at and I think about what the president is trying to do, and there's so much opposition, you know, to what he's trying to do, because whenever you are taking on the powers, you know, that be the insurance companies, there is going to be tremendous opposition, you know, because obviously for there to be a public option, which allows for a healthcare marketplace, you know, for individuals to have choice and small businesses to have choice. You know, no longer they're the monopoly. What you receive is extreme opposition to that, and that's what the president is going through. But what I'm hoping, because this was an essential part of his campaign and what he ran on and what I believe he was elected to do, is to do what he thinks is right and is to vigorously pursue health care reform. And I believe that it is going to happen in some form. Whether or not he gets all of what he wants, I don't know, but I believe that the majority of what he wants, he will, because it's about to come to a vote. And just want to say a little bit about the process in the Senate, because there is this reconciliation that would entail pretty much going ahead and bringing it to a vote with 51 senators. You wouldn't have the 60. You wouldn't have the requisite 60. And the question is whether or not that's a good idea to go ahead. And I've heard politically it's not a good idea for him to do it, because it would be the equivalent of somewhat ramming the legislation down the throats of the American people. But you were elected. You know, I said you, President Obama, was elected, and one essential part of your platform was health care reform, along with bringing the troops back. But that's something, another story. And that is what the American people are expecting, health care. So you have this coalition of blue dog Democrats, you know, which consist of mostly Democrats in the South, you know, conservative Democrats that are hearing that, no, we don't want the public option, we don't want government-run health care, we want to keep government away from health care. But my belief is that if some version of health care is not passed, that 2010 is going to be a lot more reminiscent. It's going to be very reminiscent of 1994, when you had Newt Gingrich and Republicans to come to power on the contract on America. It's going to be a lot reminiscent, more reminiscent of that. So something has to be done, and that because the system is broken, it doesn't work. You know, the premiums are too high, you know, with the co-pays, and you know, with people with pre-existing conditions are not being able to, you know, receive coverage, and so something needs to be done, you know, to fix it. And his proposal, by and large, you know, it's not perfect, you know, but by and large, it is good, because it gives Americans choices. You know, there are tax exemptions for, you know, small businesses, and it requires employers to provide the insurance coverage for their employees, so they will be covered, and that's a benefit. So all in all, on balance, you know, it is a good program, and what he was elected to do is to pass health care reform, and if President Obama and the Democrats cannot get it done, then it shows, I think, the American people that you can't govern. So the opposition, biggest argument is that, no, you don't need to do it. And for those of you that support it, you're going to pay a big political price at 2010. I think they understand that if it's not done, that the Democrats will pay a huge political price at the polls in the midterm elections.
So you think the American people are ready for